Welcome to Blitz. I am Brian Carter here at Lumpkin County High School with David Dowse, second-year head coach of the Lady Indians. Coach, really appreciate the opportunity to be able to come and talk to you in this incredible locker room you have. And congrats on, first of all, on a great first 2 years here at this school, taking this program to new levels. But I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and last year we saw 9 wins out of this group, and that was a significant improvement over the last 10 years that we've seen in this program. And then this year, leaps and bounds better. I mean, you started out 9-0 this year,
right.
15-5 as we stand here right now. So definitely a historic year for this program. I imagine that it couldn't be going any better for you right now.
No, it's really exciting. I'm excited for the girls. I know they haven't had a lot of success in the past, and we could see the building blocks and where we were headed and the direction we were going. We could see the progress, even if it wasn't outwardly visible to everyone else. And now I think we're reaping the rewards of the benefits of our labors.
Yeah, and I don't want you to give away any of your secrets by any means, but what's been the key to making those big of strides in just 2 years?
When I got the job, we talked about changing culture.
Mm-hmm.
And some people hear that and they say, yeah, that's what everybody says, but I really meant it. And I believe very strongly that our culture has been changed here. We've only got 8 girls in the program, but they're a tight bunch. I mean, they're together on the basketball court, they're together in school, they're together away from school. They truly embrace the efforts that we're making, what we're trying to do, and they celebrate the successes of one another. There's no drama in our locker room. There is no jealousy in our locker room. Everybody's genuinely excited for one another. And to me, when that happens, you've got a culture change.
Absolutely, and that's mind-boggling that you have 8, because that puts you at very limited depth, and when you get in foul trouble, that can play an issue too. But talk about the grade 8. You kind of developed that as the motto this year.
Right.
When did that kind of click for you, and how did you sell that to the girls?
I'm not. I think I was just sitting around one day and playing around with stuff, trying to come up with a yearly motto.
Right.
And I figured it had to revolve around the fact that we had such few numbers.
Yeah.
And the grade 8 seemed to fit. And I think I sent it out in a group message, and it kind of stuck, and we've gone with it.
Yeah.
And embraced it.
Yeah, and I didn't know. The first time I saw it, I thought, well, it might have something to do with 8 minutes too. Because you guys play grade 8 minutes as well. But definitely a great motto to have this year. And this team started out, as we mentioned, 9-0 to begin the year. So that's a lot of pressure in a way. How did the girls handle that? The expectation that kind of followed that nine-game win streak, and what was the response you saw from the team on that?
Right. This summer we played a lot of ball games. I think we played 29 to 30 games this summer, and we had some real success, and we had some success against some teams that in the past we haven't had a whole lot of success against. And so I think with that, and then into the fall league, we played over at North Forsyth's fall league, and we had some success there. So, I think we were to a point when the season started that we believed we could win, and more than that, I think we expected to win. So a 9-0 start was great, but I'm not sure we were shocked by it.
Right.
I'm more proud of how we have reacted coming off of some of the tough losses.
Yeah.
Because I know early in the year, I was asked that question. What's going to happen when that first loss comes? How are they going to react? And I told them I'm not worried about it because they're a resilient bunch. And I've told them this before. I used to get nervous before the start of games. I really don't get nervous with this group. I think they're going to come to play, and they do for the most part. They do, and so it's really been enjoyable.
Yeah, and you said
they expect to win now.
Yeah, and you said too that this team learns well from its losses. What do you kind of tell the girls after some of the tough ones you've had this year, especially the Dawson County overtime loss being a rival game anyway? North Hall's a great program, GAC too. All those teams are really good. This is a stacked region, maybe the best in 3A.
I think it is.
When you fall in those tough games, what is it you tell the girls, and how quickly do you, from a coach's standpoint, see that their mindset is, okay, let's put that one in the rearview mirror and move forward?
I think it depends on how we lose.
Mm-hmm.
Did we play well and lose? Did we play not so well and lose?
Yeah.
Did we come prepared and were we ready when we tossed it up? So my response after a loss, I think it varies.
Yeah.
And honestly, they're a whole lot better than I am about getting over it
Yeah.
and getting to the next game.
Yeah.
I usually need a day or so, but they move on pretty quickly.
Yeah. That's good. Now, one of the highs this season was winning the Battle of the States Tournament Championship. That is such a great tournament to be in. It's very, I don't know if historic's the right word, but it's been around for so long, and a lot of people love to play in that. Very few walk out as champions. What was that like to be able to hold that trophy up at the end of that thing?
It was really exciting. Last year, I think Isabel mentioned we had some success. We won a couple of ball games, but I think it was the first game last year. We drew Murphy, North Carolina, who's a single A powerhouse up in North Carolina, and they really handed it to us pretty good. And then they did again this summer, and that's who we ended up matched up with in the finals, and we played a terrific game. And they're a great program, well coached, and we just really played well. That was exciting.
Yeah. What would and I don't want to get too far ahead. I know a coach like you're concentrating on day in, day out, making those improvements, but, potentially looking at a playoff run for the first time. You probably know the number. I don't know how long it's been here for girls basketball, but it's been at least a dozen years. What would that kind of mean for you in this program?
Well, I'll tell you, every day we look at the banner out there and it says 1991. As far as I know, that's the last time they won a region championship.
Okay. Wow.
Maybe they've been in the state tournament since then.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a goal of ours. I want it for the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had my opportunities in state tournaments, and sure, I want to get back from a personal level, but I want it for them. I want them to understand that regardless of where you start, if you will set a goal and you will work toward that goal and be relentless toward working toward that goal, that anything's achievable. And I think they believe that, and in the end, I want that for them.
Yeah.
Badly.
And perhaps you don't deserve this question I'm going to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyway. But, part of the concern is that with the grade 8, you got a handful of seniors that are pivotal to this program, and you've been a large part of that. But does that bother you next year looking at having to almost retool a lot of the roster? Or do you feel like, as you mentioned, this culture's in place and people see the winning foundation and then it's going to be easier to kind of transition that?
We've worked very hard. I've worked very hard. Our staff at both middle school and the high school have worked very hard to make sure we're all on the same page. I'm as involved as I can be when we're both in season at the same time. To have a hand in what's going on over there. We've got 2 great groups. Our 8th grade group is undefeated right now. Our 7th grade group has just 2 losses. So, we're losing quite a bit when we lose our 5 seniors. But I do think that the excitement for Lumpkin basketball is there, and it's trickled down into our younger groups, and so our middle schoolers, when the time comes, they'll be ready to move up.
Yep, and you've got the 3 in place that'll be back too to kind of keep that going as well.
Yes.
So, Coach, congrats again on a great season so far. I know we got some work to do, but let's put some more W's up and get to the state tournament.
We'll do it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.